Most people treat AI like a glorified vending machine. You put in a question, you get an answer.
Right. Very transactional.
Exactly. But what happens when you realize you're actually sitting across from a $500 an hour consultant? Beat. Welcome to the deep dive. We are really glad you're here.
So glad to be jumping into this. It's a huge topic.
It is. Today, we're mastering the final, highest leverage foundational skill of the Claude ecosystem, and that is prompt engineering.
Yeah, which is just the ultimate force multiplier. Once you really get this, your daily workflow just totally transforms.
Mm-hmm. So here is our roadmap for you today. First, we are going to unpack that consultant mindset shift.
The foundational piece.
Right. Then we will break down 6 specific power user prompting techniques.
And these are like actual practical tools you can use immediately.
Absolutely. And finally, we'll show you how to build a plug-and-play personal prompt library, so you essentially never start from scratch again.
Which saves, just an unbelievable amount of time.
It really does. So let's start with that first mindset shift. The core idea from our sources is moving away from vague commands.
Right.
You have to provide rich context. You really need to treat Claude like a brilliant consultant meeting you for the first time.
That's the perfect way to look at it. Because, they have all this world-class knowledge, but zero context about your actual life.
Exactly. You wouldn't walk into a high-level strategy meeting and just demand a marketing plan.
No, of course not. You'd be laughed out of the room.
Right. You'd give them background, you'd tell them who you are, what the challenge is, and why you're doing it.
The who, the what, and the why. That's the holy trinity here.
It is. But I have to make a vulnerable admission right here. I still wrestle with treating it like a search engine myself.
No.
My hands just instinctively want to type 3 keywords and hit enter.
Oh, completely. It's so natural. I mean, we've had, 20 years of Google training us to do exactly that?
Mm-hmm.
We type keywords and expect magic. But an advanced AI really needs that deeper framing to shine.
So let's break down those 3 elements. The who is establishing your role. It's your experience level, your constraints.
Yeah, it grounds the AI in a specific perspective.
Then the what. That outlines the exact project or deliverable.
The tangible thing you need right now.
And the why is your underlying goal. What does success actually look like?
Right. Like the old way of prompting is just saying, help me write a blog post about prompt engineering.
Which is terribly vague.
So vague.
Yeah.
It assumes the AI magically knows your audience and your tone. The output is always going to be kind of robotic and generic.
Because it's guessing.
Exactly. But the new way, you say, I am a freelance content creator building a premium course. That's your who.
You instantly narrow the possibility space.
Right. And then you say, I need an engaging blog post to attract students. That's the what.
Giving it a measurable business objective.
And finally, the why. You say, I want readers to feel excited and capable, so make it deeply practical.
And you end with, let's think about this together.
Yes. That collaborative invitation is huge. Level 2 prompting isn't about just typing a longer command. It's about co-creating the solution with the AI.
I find the mechanics of that really fascinating. Let me ask you this, though. Does giving all this upfront context actually change the AI's internal reasoning process or just the formatting of the output?
Oh, it literally changes the probabilistic weights guiding the token generation.
Wow.
It activates entirely different neural pathways inside the model. You steer it away from average internet text toward highly spectralized knowledge. It literally thinks differently about the problem.
Context literally rewires how the AI solves the problem for you.
Yeah.
Beat. Okay, so we have the mindset. We understand the who, what, and why.
Mm-hmm.
How do we actually steer this consultant? Our sources highlight 6 power user techniques. Let's walk through them.
Let's do it. So technique 1 is role plus full context.
Right. Assigning an expert persona.
Exactly. You say, act as a world-class conversion copywriter. That anchors the vocabulary the AI pulls from. It sets a much higher baseline for intelligence right off the bat.
Technique 2 is chain of thought, or code.
Yeah, this one is massive for complex problems.
Which means making the AI explain its logic step by step before answering. Why is that intermediate step so crucial?
Because LLMs just calculate probabilities for the next word. When you force step-by-step thinking, it generates intermediate tokens. And those tokens actually help ground its final conclusion. It drastically reduces hallucinations.
So you just tell it, think step by step.
Literally just type that. Think step by step before giving your final answer. It works wonders.
Technique 3 is few-shot prompting, meaning providing a few examples to show exactly what you want.
Right. You give it a clear pattern, like paste in 2 of your past emails, then ask it to match that exact tone for a new one.
It's perfect for brain consistency.
Oh, absolutely perfect.
And then we have technique 4, surfacing hidden needs.
This is all about finding your blind spots. You explicitly ask, what might I be overlooking?
You ask it to find flaws in your logic.
Exactly. It turns the AI into a strict senior partner. It reliably finds risks you totally missed.
Technique 5 is collaborative dialogue. You make it a back-and-forth conversation.
Yeah, instead of demanding an instant answer, you say, ask me clarifying questions first.
It interrogates your premises.
Right, you co-create the architecture together. It's so useful when you aren't even sure what you need yet.
And the final technique, number 6, structured output requests.
This is just telling Claude exactly how to format the response.
So asking for markdown or tables or specific bullet points.
Saves you so much manual editing time later.
So you can essentially stack all these techniques together. You use the role, the context, chain of thought, hidden needs. It is like stacking Lego blocks of data.
I love that analogy. That's exactly what it feels like.
The role is the green base plate. The context forms the load-bearing walls. If you don't snap them together right, the structure just falls apart.
Yeah, but when you do snap them correctly, you get deep reasoning and blind spot detection all at once.
Whoa. Imagine the scale of insights when you stack step-by-step logic with hidden needs. 2-sec silence. But let me ask a probing question here. When stacking all these techniques, is there a risk of over-constraining the AI so it loses its creativity?
Yes, that is a very real danger.
Yeah.
If you give it too many rigid formatting rules, it gets kind of mechanical.
Like a robot filling in blanks.
Exactly. That's why keeping the why completely open-ended is crucial. Give it guardrails, but let it choose the creative path.
Too many rules stifle creativity. Keep your core goals open-ended.
Precisely.
We will be right back after this short break.
Sounds good. Sponsor. Today's deep dive is proudly brought to you by our partners who share our mission of making highly complex topics accessible. They understand that mastering new analytical skills requires continuous, dedicated learning. We are grateful for their ongoing support of this show.
We are back, moving into our final segment today.
Let's bring it all together.
You know the mindset, you know the 6 techniques, but you shouldn't be typing these out from scratch every single time.
No, please don't do that. It's a massive waste of cognitive energy.
We need to build a reusable library.
Right, a plug-and-play personal prompts library.
Yeah.
You do this by saving your templates as artifacts.
And an artifact is saved, standalone documents, or code snippets within the AI interface.
Exactly. You just pull them up when you need them.
Our sources give us 5 battle-tested templates. Template 1 is content creation.
Right. For blogs, emails, sales pages, you define the expert role, your brand tone, your audience.
But you also invite it to brainstorm angles first, right?
Yes. Force it to explore creative directions before drafting the actual text.
Template 2 is problem solving and strategy. This seems incredibly powerful.
Oh, it's arguably the strongest tool here.
Yeah.
You set the AI up as a seasoned consultant. You outline your messy situation, but the genius part is you ask it to ask you probing questions first.
It analyzes your constraints step by step before recommending a strategy.
Exactly. It forces you to face reality.
Then template 3, a learning and mastery plan.
Perfect for a 30-day skill challenge. You tell the AI your proficiency level and learning style.
And it acts as a productivity coach. It builds a progressive curriculum just for you.
Tailored exactly to your schedule.
Template 4 is review and optimization. This is where you ask, how can I make this 10 times stronger?
Yeah, this one takes some bravery. You paste your work in and tell the AI to be a notoriously strict editor.
You ask it to ruthlessly hunt for structural weaknesses.
You have to ask for concrete examples, too. But be prepared, the feedback is going to be blunt.
The 5th template is brainstorming and ideation.
For when you're just totally stuck, you need divergent ideas.
So you ask for 8 to 10 unconventional ideas.
But not just a list. You ask for execution challenges and launch plans for each one.
That weeds out the weak ideas quickly.
Right. And then you have it rank its top 3 recommendations.
Okay, so these templates sound incredibly efficient, but I have a reservation. Templates sound incredibly efficient, but don't they eventually lead to generic cookie-cutter outputs if everyone uses these same 5 structures?
That is a very valid concern. A lot of people worry about that. But the magic is in the customization. The who, what, and why variables you input are entirely unique to your life. The structural framework is shared, but the context is deeply personal.
So the AI reacts to your unique data, not just the scaffolding.
Exactly. Plus, the sources recommend creating a My Prompting style guide.
What goes into that master document?
Your default professional mindset, your preferred tone, formatting quirks, and rules you always follow.
How often should you update this personal style guide as these AI models get smarter?
Treat it as an evolving system. Test and refine those templates every few weeks based on the outputs you're getting.
Treat your style guide like a living document, tweaking it monthly.
Perfectly said. It rapidly becomes your greatest digital asset.
Let us step back and look at the big picture here. Prompt engineering is not a coding language. It is high-level communication.
It really is. It's shifting from demanding instant answers
Yes.
to actively co-creating solutions with a brilliant consultant.
That is the ultimate unlock for AI productivity. It forces you to clarify your goals before asking for help.
It absolutely elevates your baseline thinking.
So we have some homework for you today. Go find 3 old lazy prompts you used recently. Rewrite them using the complete who, what, and why framework.
Yes, set up your personal AI mastery project today. Start building those custom templates into your library.
And I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. If you have a brilliant $500 an hour consultant sitting across from you right now, what is the $1 million problem you've been too afraid to ask them to solve? Out to your music.